My name is Tamara Markey. I teach at McKenzie Center for Innovation and Technology here in Indianapolis, Indiana. Well, since I was very young, I always wanted to be a teacher, but the truth of the matter was that they didn't quite make enough money for me initially. But I'm older and a lot wiser now, and money doesn't matter as much to me. But that gift wouldn't go away. So I didn't initially choose teaching. I initially chose a degree in engineering. But life has come full circle, and I had an opportunity to teach, and now I'm teaching.
So that made for the career change.
Absolutely, absolutely. I call this my second season, or my third season in life. So my first season was as an industrial engineer. I worked for Amoco Oil and then British Petroleum. My second season was a stay-at-home mom with my 3 beautiful children, and they are older now. And my third season is here in the classroom. Well, STEM is the future. I tell my students that there is absolutely nothing that I can think of in the world that exists without STEM, without being touched by science, technology, engineering, and math. Nothing. And we have become a world of consumers, and many of us don't think about how things are made or why this happens. And STEM is the field that explains all of that. So that gets them excited, because if they're interested in gym shoes, I can show them how STEM relates to gym shoes. If they're interested in cars, I can show them how it relates to automobiles. If they're interested in science and biology and medicine, clearly there's a direct correlation. So I get them excited because they're able to make connections with the things that they like, the things that they do, the things that they touch and experience on a daily basis, and how they relate to science, technology, engineering, and math. Well, last year, this time, I was in the thick of taking a lot of coursework to prepare me to be a teacher, as well as student teaching. And I have to say that my student teaching experience was probably the most beneficial thing that I could have possibly done during that 1 year. First and foremost, I developed relationships with my mentor teachers that was invaluable. I learned so much in the classroom that you could never take away in a book or writing a paper or doing research. Not to say that those things aren't important, but you need to marry the two. You know, you learn theory, you learn how to apply it, but then you are in the classroom with those students and it comes alive and it is real. Well, having a mentor is kind of like my safety net. It gives me a resource to bounce things off of if things aren't going well, share the things that seem to be going well, and get the insight that, you know, someone that's seasoned is able to provide. When I first got here on my first day, we had, I think, 2 or 3 days without the students, and I had a whirlwind of things just running through my head. Oh, I've got to, you know, establish my class expectations. I need to come up with a syllabus. I need to make sure we've got all the materials that we need. I need to have my first week or so planned. But then I realized I didn't really know how to work the grade book and how to take attendance and how to manipulate and maneuver the learning management system. And those were the things that I called my mentor to get help about, and you know, it was a good fit. It was much needed. Probably the most rewarding part is just to see student growth. I remember what each student looked like and what they sounded like and what they were doing those first couple of days of class. And you know, as we go through the semester, there's some bumps and there's some bruises, and you know, there's some hair pulling in terms of frustration, maybe, you know, not getting a concept as quickly as one would like to, or frustration on my part that, I thought I just delivered the best lesson possible. How could you not get it? And seeing maturity and seeing growth and being able to witness that has to be the most rewarding part of being in the classroom and being with the students. I've watched students that came in here, putting on an air of I don't care, to them coming to my class during their study hall because they want to have extra time to work on a project, or asking if they can take home certain equipment or materials so that they can work on their project outside of class and it not being required. Seeing that growth is a beautiful thing. So I first became aware of the Woodrow Wilson program when I was living in Arkansas. And I received an email as a Purdue alum about the program. And I got so excited only to realize that I live in Arkansas and I'm not going to leave my 3 kids and husband to go back to graduate school to become a teacher, so it was a non-starter. But I have like 10,000 emails in my inbox. That's a little confession, because I don't throw things away. So, life continues, and the season came for us to move and leave Arkansas and return back to my husband's hometown, which was Indianapolis, Indiana. And as soon as I found out that we were coming back here, I found that email. I put in the search Woodrow Wilson Fellowship because I did remember the name of it, and I put that in the search and I pulled it up and went online to see if this program still existed, and it did. And that started my journey to applying. When I found out I got the fellowship, I cried because it was an opportunity for me to do something that I knew I should have done a long time ago, and that was become a teacher. And you have to appreciate life and how it comes full circle, because I could have questioned why I became an engineer and what sense did that make, given that I wanted to be in education, I wanted to be a teacher. But look, an opportunity became available for me to take my engineering background and bring it into the classroom and really be able to impact my students, because I've got the professional knowledge and experience to stand behind what I'm trying to teach them and instruct them on. So it was just an awesome opportunity.